Right, it's a wonderful Friday morning, but it's a rainy morning, a very wet one at that. And it's been raining. I wonder if it's raining the same where you are or even through the night. Good morning and welcome to TVC Breakfast. I am Mike Okwoche, and I am not here alone. I have my colleague, Kemi Foladeyemo. Kemi, good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Good to see you.
Thank God
You're
it's
the lady
Friday.
in red today.
Coming with all the flames.
No, it's fine. It's really interesting.
Thank
Really
you.
interesting.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, yesterday we saw the announcement of special advisors. The president came up with names of special advisors, and Nigerians are watching with keen interest. They are commenting, and it looks like their hopes are becoming stronger because of the caliber of persons whom the president unveiled as his special advisor. You're talking about people like Wale Edun, Dele Alaki, Nuhu Ribadu, and the others. These are people who are professionals to the core, who have track records of different things they have done in their lives for the nation, depending on who we're talking about, and in business and corporations around the world. It's really interesting.
It is, and the list also cuts across various sectors, critical sectors as that. We're seeing a return of Nuru Ribadu, even though he has, of course, a staunch party man. Of course, Wale Edun. Some are exactly not surprising. And of course, we're having who will be, people are saying that perhaps he might just be talking about Dele Alaki, the incoming Minister of Information. So, well, it remains to be seen, but for now, he has been wearing the cap already.
Yeah, but if he's made this special advisor, of course, it means that he already has his own office, and then someone else will need to come in.
That is not exactly surprising, talking about, of course, he has already been serving in that capacity since the president was inaugurated. And, of course, the economy is also paramount, and we are seeing the president also towing that line. He seems to know what he wants, and he is doing just that. He's also mindful of time. Of course, the National Assembly was only recently inaugurated, so in any case, the issue of who will screen the ministers will definitely fall on the new lawmakers that have been inaugurated. But in the meantime, the president is doing the needful.
Well, the issue of monetary policy, we see the president has taken steps already in that regard, removing all of the barriers to, especially when you talk about the foreign exchange windows. We've seen trying to unify the foreign exchange windows. And that is one thing Nigerians have advocated a long, long time. And as it is, the president going in that direction, in all of these, the economy is the superstructure, if you have to put it that way. The economy is the main thing, and every other thing is an offshoot of what the economy is. And the way he goes about it, talking about the value of the naira, the issues of inflation, he goes spirally to impact how unemployment is. It goes a long way to impact how import and exports, all of those things, and even the issue of taxes and so on. It goes to impact all of those areas. And I believe that this is a foundation towards bringing Nigeria back to where originally we have always been. And all of this, another good thing here is it's going to make Nigeria a very attractive destination for foreign investment, and we're seeing that. Of course, the equity market had shot up by 2.2 trillion naira in just a few days, and then we also saw the stock exchange market also valuing up to about a 15-year high. So it tells you that Nigeria is becoming attractive, and with this, if it continues this way, then of course, the benchmark of looking forward to having a $1 trillion economy in the next 8 years could even be surpassed.
There's also the issue of health. That is also paramount. Many Nigerians have given their expectations of how they want the health sector to be. And over time, we have been hearing guest after guest talk about the state of health facilities. Only recently, the lawmakers also deliberated on whether to make the Japa syndrome the fact that medical personnel are living in droves, seeking greener pastures abroad, whether to declare that a national emergency or not. And that goes without saying. The United Nations has given standards on how many Nigerians or how many people one doctor should treat, and Nigeria is a far cry from that mandate. The facilities, the state of our facilities, to the state of our infrastructure, to across many hospitals and healthcare centers is also another issue, and health insurance, the issues within the health sector are really legion, and one would hope that the new advisor now will definitely come on board with brand new ideas, vibrant policies, at least between now and when a full minister will be appointed. Between now and that time, at least we have a template or a mandate as to where the administration is headed. Of course, Asiwaju had given on blueprint, what he wanted in terms of revamping the health sector, how he was going to do, bring in several innovations to the health sector. So many people are expectant and hope that eventually all these ideals will become a reality for them.
I was going through and reading and following up on the motion to stop or to declare the Japa syndrome an emergency, a national emergency. But the point there is people have the right to move anywhere they want to move to. That will amount to infringing on fundamental rights of Nigerians if that is passed into law. I believe the lawmakers who decided to stand against it understood the implication of that. The point there is it's a persuasive thing. If you don't want Nigerians to leave, then let the country become what will attract them to stay, so that the push factors will turn to a pull factor where Nigerians who are even outside want to come back home. So it's a thing that the government is trying to do right now as a way of creating an atmosphere within the country where Nigerians would like to stay, because when they stay, there are opportunities here. Whatever they're looking for around the world, you have it here. So no one is going to want to run away from this country if you have everything that everybody's looking for. Because an average Nigerian who, goes to school, even those who didn't go to school, they have aspirations, they have dreams, there are things that they have ambition, and there are things they're looking forward to. Sometimes they have projection. By the time I'm so years, I should have been able to achieve this or achieve that. By the time I'm through from school, I should be able to achieve this and achieve that. So some want to go into business, others want to go into corporate life, whatever the thing is. So when those opportunities are available, Nigerians wouldn't need to go anywhere, because what you're looking for in London or what you're looking for in Brazil or in Canada is right here. So why do you have to go anywhere? The only thing they would like to look forward to is to expand to the level where they build capacity of their idea or business to not only operate in Nigeria, but to operate around the region and operate around the world. That's what Nigerians will be thinking if everything that they need and want is around here. So government should be looking into what do we do to ensure that an average Nigerian has everything he aspires or he needs to sprout and to build or to achieve his dream. The moment that is, if you want to travel anywhere in the world, of course you can go. In fact, it's even beneficial to Nigeria if Nigerians are able to go around the world, gain knowledge, expand their businesses, and come back home. It makes the Nigerian, economy even better off. So that law, of course, those who decided no, it shouldn't be, understand the implication of that. And it's a good thing that it wasn't even passed in the first place.
Well, it is fast becoming a non-moral issue. Like you said now, whether people should be stopped from, from traveling, from seeking. After all, the politicians travel
Exactly.
abroad, seeking what they call, better health. At least that's on the one hand. So, and of course, we can understand why medical professionals and other observers, took it personal when the past assembly too also deliberated on whether medical graduates should stay in the country, should stay
for
put
at least 5 years.
for at least 5 years instead of traveling. And of course, we saw how the NMA and other stakeholders, stoutly rejected that move. And by the way, it's not like it's only doctors who are leaving. Perhaps it's because the sector is so critical and so sensitive. That's why it seems as if, theirs is exceptional, but then it's across board in various professions. We are seeing in the banks, in the law sector, we are seeing so many professionals who are not in the country anymore. So government needs to do the needful. People want to come back. People who are there actually want to come back. And of course, there's the argument of whether to bring back retired professionals, especially in the health sector, to come and fill in the much needed vacancies, so to speak. All these conversations are what people expect, but how fast the results would come in is also another big question. And again, there's the issue of jobs. The president had spoken during his campaign about him being desirous to create at least 2 million jobs, especially in the ICT sector. And many people cannot wait for that. Of course, he has also spoken about his desire to bring in more youth to come on board and join him and bring forth vibrant ideas too. That is also a welcome development, and Nigerians are just waiting eagerly to see how all this will manifest in their favor.
In fact, they've started nicknaming the president Baba Go Fast already.
Some even asking him to slow down.
Recall that it's totally the opposite of what some persons had called the former president Buhari Baba Go Slow. Now they've nicknamed President Tinubu Baba Go Fast, because in less than 3 weeks in office, he has done so much already, with some people even saying that if he continues this way, that in less than 2 years, he would have fulfilled all his campaign promises, as the case may be. But however, some of these things need to take root. Give them some time to take root, and then stakeholders have to be involved, have to understand how to roll with it, and so on. So it's a good time for Nigeria, and the optics of it is also good for Nigeria, and is sending signals, the right signals across the world when it comes to how they perceive Nigeria. Now, I was reading about a few other African countries who are saying that, well, the leader of the continent has woken up. It tells you that far in Southern Africa, in Eastern Africa, in Central Africa, even in Northern Africa, and then in West Africa, which is obvious, they look forward to Nigeria. Nigeria will look up to you, lead this continent, and we will follow. Nigeria has everything. Right, we have, whether it's agriculture, we have everything to feed the entire continent and even around the world. Whether it is security, we have the capacity. We've done it before. We've kept peace across how many countries of Africa, and we kept assisting them. There are so many countries, just like you see World Bank assisted this, or you see United Nations assisted that. That is how you also see Nigeria assisted whatever kind of project in different countries around the world at different times of our history. So Nigeria has always been there for these countries before, and as it is right now, Nigeria will coming back to that stage where we have operated before and led the entire African continent and stood side by side with the world and letting them know that we want to trade, we're open for business, and we demand this and we demand that, and we get it. So let's see how all of these things pan out. I believe it's a good day and it's a good time for Nigeria and Nigerians.
Absolutely.
Right.
We wait to see much more changes, transformational changes in the country.
Right.